Who do you guys got winning?
Technically, we still control our own destiny. Watch out.
No, absolutely.
Fuck, Van Der Esch is a stud, and what's called healthy again.
Jalen
Smith was hurt.
It was
he
a
was
devastating,
devastating
injury. That's all it was.
He was a stud at Notre Dame.
They were smart enough to fucking do the same thing that the Eagles thought with Sidney Jones. Hey, this guy was fucking awesome. Got a little devastating injury here, so we'll take a flyer on him, and we'll see.
And we're still waiting for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that.
That would be next year.
Yeah. Cowboys are reaping
Sydney,
it right now.
Comparatively.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Sydney came out next year and was a stud.
Like we expected.
That'd be great.
Guy was supposed to be a top 10 pick. Yeah. But guys, the scores. And I know it's early on in the show, but I still want to give our players of the game, offensive and defensively, for the family out there to win a couple bucks from us to you, like we like to do. But what do you got score-wise? Some keys to the game, obviously, we'll get into, and obviously players of the game that we talk about Wednesday as well. We can tie this in. Who needs to step up as well Monday night? What guys are you looking at? And we brought up the 4 Wednesday was Wentz, Graham, Cox, and Jenkins, because they're four big guys that you need to. Or no, Alshon was the other one, not Malcolm. But which one of them guys or somebody else you need to step up as well?
If you can run on,
so we got a lot of questions.
If you can run, listen. If you can run on this team, okay, then you can smoke this team though. Because their secondary is a mess, and if you can run on them, sometimes they stop the run really well, Washington. But if we get Adams out there and we run the ball well early, I'd like to establish a run early. I said this last week. We didn't fucking do it again. But Christ
you see
Almighty!
That? I mean,
at least we ran the ball.
Every time they run the ball
to
over 20, 25 times, I think they're 5-0.
Yeah,
whatever it
over
is.
25 times, 5-0.
I mean, it's just
under 25 times, 0-6. I mean,
it's just. I mean, yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what I'm saying. We live in
That's
a numbers
glaring.
world. We
That's
live
glaring.
in a
That's
numbers
glaring.
world. We live in a numbers world, and I mean that would common sense will tell you, hey, maybe my first 16 plays, would be 10 in a row.
Let's run 10 in a row. Let's run 10. That's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Let's run 10 in a row. I mean, like, I don't know, but I mean, like.
But we got to do something. Just start. We got to score some points in the first fucking quarter. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
We're in the first quarter. It's like we're a fucking preschool team. We have no idea what we're doing on the field. It's disgusting.
Like I said, you're still playing for something, but I agree with you 1,000%. You're still playing for something, but it's also, like we talked about before, audition time, all right? And now is still that opportunity to win, play meaningful football, and then still get a look at Josh Adams. Because I'm going to tell you that half the fan base doesn't think this guy can do it. All right? And I told you a while ago that maybe the guy was in, and I'm not saying he is or he isn't. That guy might have been in the NovaCare Center, and it looks like when the guy gets the opportunity, he's been running hard and he plays well.
He runs high, which gets me nervous.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what people. I'm not sure what people want. I mean, if everybody wants, Le'Veon Bell type, or I'm not sure what people want. But what is the prototypical running back?
I mean, like,
what is the attitude to prove he can play?
If you're gonna move from there though, and he establishes that he can play in this league and run the ball well, then you can get like a faster back to pair along with him, because I think we all think Sproles. I mean, now they're saying Sproles might play tomorrow night, but Sproles is done, obviously.
What's up, YouTube family? Just joining us. We love you. Real quick, YouTube just got in. Want to tell everybody joining us on YouTube everything we're talking about. We're obviously doing some keys to the game, players of the game, score prediction, who wins Monday night. You got Eagles, you got Redskins. Let us know why as well. We'll do a little Sixers, Phillies talk later on the show. 5 questions with the Pove and our NFL whip around like we do every Sunday against the spread. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, just see. See.
I'm not sorry.
See
that's
fine. See if he can do it. See if he can do everything. Because I know what Willie's saying, and that's the league we've evolved to. All right. But when you bring that guy in, then it almost tells you that you're going to throw the football. Like when you bring another guy in.
Yeah.
So that's the difference is when you separate the top running back. See, the Cowboys are doing it with Zeke now. He never caught balls those first couple years. Now they got him. Now he's starting to catch the ball in the backfield,
which he can do.
He can do it, and it's starting to be dangerous.
Well, that's why Gurley, and Kareem Hunt.
Well, I know there's guys. I know there's guys in AQD.
Those guys catch the ball.
Throw some screens and see what
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he's caught. I thought he hasn't. I don't think hasn't caught the ball well, Josh Adams, and a few opportunities. But you're right, Sweets. I mean, a lot of the fan base doesn't believe he's the guy because he wasn't that high-profile pick. Now, you take injuries away, that guy probably get drafted in the first 2-3 rounds easily, because there was a point at college where he was a Heisman candidate at one point before injuries. So the guy has the pedigree to be able to run the football. Will he get through the injuries and be able to sustain it? I think that's the more of the question mark more so than can he run the football, and is he good enough, right? Like, okay, can he sustain it? We see he can run the football. You don't break off 52-yard runs in this league if you can't run it a little bit, right? Like, granted, there was a holding call on that play.
That was a week.
But it was the second time. It's the second time he's done one of them big runs that's gotten called back for holdings. So I have confidence in him now. Do I have confidence in, like, I have the stars in this league? No. But I need to see more.
He's a big boy.
This seems – I'm not Mr.
breakaway guy.
I'm not Mr. 50-50 balance guy.
Guys that run well, they take them to the house.
Yeah,
but that's not him.
And he has, which is surprising. He has been able to take stuff to the house. And against the line, like Rob Brinkman's talking, I don't know how the Eagles are 7-point favorites. They're 6.5 right now, and our poll question is against the line on Facebook. So you taking Eagles minus 6.5, or you taking Redskins plus 6.5? And it looks like most of the family right now is smelling the minus 6.5, and I love it. Smell it away, because that line's interesting.
Kyle's coming in 34-17. That's hot. I'd love it. I'd love it. Then we're getting pumped up for Dallas. Then we drop it. We lay an egg. Let's just get a win.
Yeah, Harmon wants to. Hey guys, can I get a how about them Cowboys? No, but maybe Robbie will. Maybe Robbie will during his 5 questions. Maybe we'll allow that. We'll allow that later on in the show.
We don't say that. I would never say that.
Matt Clevenger says talk Kareem Hunt. I don't know what you want to talk about. I put enough videos out on A2D. My stance with it. I know everybody here stands with it. Give us some time. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I don't really want to get into the whole situation anymore. The guys on the NFL exempt, commissioners exempt.
Someone's going to pick them up.
And they might. That's fine. Let people do what they want to do. Jake Friel, what's up, fam? What's up, Jake?
What's up, Jake?
And Steve Panera says 31-27 Birds. And he says Darren Sproles makes a difference.
Oh,
I love it, Pin.
The second time going over 30 all year. Okay.
Rob Brinkman says Josh Adams is Gale Sayers, according to some.
I don't. That's not correct.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure.
Yeah. They must be young kids.
Yeah.
Gale Sayers was electric. Josh Adams is more of a bigger back. I feel like.
Yeah, but listen, it all comes down to this.
Forget
right?
about the player.
I love Travis Etienne.
You can give out all comps all you want. I mean, it is. The guy has played well. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right, and I'm not even an Eagle guy, so. People can. I don't know what you guys are looking for in the draft. Go ahead, go find somebody. That's is your guy. We don't know.
We're gonna find out. But
I feel like you need 2 guys.
Yeah.
But listen, this shows you one thing about this football team. I'm not Mr. 50-50 balance guy, right? I'm just not that guy. But this team's 5-0 when they ran the ball 25 or more times this season. You know what I mean? They got to get to that number somehow, and it all starts. You want to get to that number easily? It all starts with a real good first quarter. A lead in the first quarter. This team scored 1.9 points per the first quarter. Well, we talked about, I think, last Sunday or Wednesday, there's soccer teams out there that'll score 2 goals in the first half. There's soccer teams. And nobody scores in soccer, and nobody likes soccer, but there's soccer teams. There's a lot of people that like soccer, but not me. But there's soccer teams that can score 2 points.
Not in this room.
Not here, man.
This offense has to figure it out Monday night. They have to start fast. I need a 10 to 14-point first quarter. I'm not saying I need a 14-point lead in the first quarter. I need 10 to 14 points in the first quarter because last year what happened is this offense and this defense helped each other out, right? Right. What's going on this year is it's in spots, and they're not helping each other. One plays well on a spot, the other plays well on a spot. When one's playing well, the other's playing bad, right? They need to get it going at the same time. They really have to get it going at the same time. What do you got?
I'll tell you what, I do agree with Mr. Shizzy over here. Chris Thompson is always a thorn. They said he's going to play. He's always a thorn on our side, I feel like. Chris Thompson will have a good day. He'll catch 9 balls. Because that's what Colt McCoy does. He'll just dump it to Thompson all day long. So we got to be wary of that.
So Mike Parker says, Adams is too big to be a feature back. He's a blunt type.
Yeah, but you know what? I like that. But I like that, though. And you can just get another complimentary back.
Well, yeah, you think.
I told you, Travis Etienne. I got a guy. I love that kid, man. I'm telling you, that kid from Clemson, I love that kid.
Played well. Yeah, he's a good player.
Big fan.
Jim Lane, skins are so bad, but, man, that's a lot of points for the Eagles team not playing good either.
I totally agree.
That's
I totally
spot
agree.
on, Jimmy.
I don't think we're going to cover. I don't think we're covering.
I was hoping you rounded that back in because if you're gonna say the skins aren't very good, then you have to be.
I like how he's honest and says both.
Yes, absolutely.
Taylor Casanella
that's what I'm talking
says,
about.
"Love you guys. It's been a while. What's up, Taylor?
What up?
Missed you, brother." Rob Brinkman says also Alshon Jeffrey will be a non-factor if they put Norman over him. DJ Swearinger leads the NFC in picks. how is that a shaky secondary? I don't know who said they have a shaky secondary. I don't know. Somebody might have wrote that in, but
I said it.
Oh, they have a shaky secondary?
No, well, Josh Norman's good, but the other side you can pick on all day.
We have enough weapons that we shouldn't be nervous
DJ
about who
Swearingen's
we're
all over
going
the
up
field,
against,
though.
right?
Yeah.
No, he is, but
Swearingen's all over the field.
I'm
I'll give you
tired.
that.
I'm tired of being worried about what's on the other side of the football. Okay, Robbie, I love you. This isn't about you. This is in general. I'm tired of worrying about what they got. This offense is loaded with talent. There's zero fucking excuses for you to be averaging the 1.9 points in the first quarter. There's no excuses anymore.
I agree.
There's too much talent. Alshon, Golden, Ertz, Nelly, and okay, so you say your weaknesses is in your backfield, right? Carson, there's too much talent. It's inexcusable for the slow starts. So whoever is on in that NovaCare complex, which is a combination of everybody, it's a combination of Mike Rowe, it's a combination of Dougie, and it's a combination of every player on that offense. I'm tired of hearing, it's because 11. No, it takes 11 guys to be on the same page and get it done on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays.
We're not getting it done.
This isn't a one-trick pony. If we learned anything from last year in the National Football League, more than any other sport, it's a team game. When guys step up, teams play well.
Yeah.
So why are you going to step up for Nick, but when Carson comes back and rushes back for you guys, where's the step up for him? That's what I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on that because he came back for this football team 10 months after a major surgery. Deshaun Watson did the same thing. So there's other guys who have done it. I'm not just crowning Carson because of this. But guys around Deshaun in Houston started playing better football to help him out too, right? Okay? I need the same thing here. I need the same thing here.
I feel like we just haven't blocked as well this year, I feel like.
No, that's not playing good enough football.
I know, but that's like our biggest issue because he's getting hit too much.
Well, bro,
we're not running the ball like we could run it last year.
Well, Wilson, you got a bunch of guys.
We don't have the running backs we had last year, but we're not running it like we did last year.
This offensive line's way too good for two things, right?
Yeah,
to not be able to run,
team.
to not be able to run the football.
Absolutely.
Okay, and to not be able to pass protect for your quarterback. Way too good of an offensive line. At least
do one.
At least that's what
At least give me one.
At least that's what they told us all season, right?
Yeah.
And what my eyes and your eyes told us through the playoffs last year that there wasn't a better front in football on both sides.
Yeah.
So when we come into this year giving predictions, we're going, how do you win in this league? Well, up front, we're loaded.
Yeah.
Are we?
And we haven't been good up
You
front.
know, that's where all the money is. All the money is your Brandon Brooks of the world. Now, Lane doesn't get any guaranteed money, but Peters, right, Kelsey, that's where your money is. And the same thing on the defense side of football. All your money, big money, is up front.
Brandon
Graham, Cox, Ben, who's played well. Okay.
Played all right, yeah, Ben's
you know, Halodi's not a big money guy anymore, but you know what I mean? But you still have a ton of talent over there. Guys who've been to Pro Bowls, guys who've been all pros. There's just zero excuse for it. You know, there's zero excuse for the spottiness of this entire football team. And it all goes back to learning what it takes after you win one, what it takes to get back. And if anything this season could be a learning experience to say, you know what, maybe that hour I cut out early on my workout last all season, maybe I go 2 now. Make sense? Because they last year were a football team that was us against the world, right?
Maybe we know we got the guys that can do it, but the coaches aren't getting it done.
But when you're working out all season, there's a difference of I'm working out to prove everybody wrong, and I'm working out, but I'm the greatest at my position. And you got to learn how to handle both. And what they did is they learned how to handle being the dog, but they haven't learned how to handle being on top of the mountain yet, right? And that's another thing that I feel like is part of this. It's just human nature, right? When everybody's like, "Yeah, dude, you're the great." I mean, you got a Hall of Fame the other night. How'd it feel? You floating for a week or two? You know what I mean? That's just human nature to float.
Food tastes different? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I spin it back, though. I always give my Hall of Fame love. Nobody gives more Hall of Fame love than this guy.
Food tastes different.
But I know you're
better, I hope. I hope better.
Don't get Tom started with cream on again. No, I'm not getting in there. I'm not doing it today.
I know what you're saying, but and it goes. But Willie's.
There's an interview with Lisa Salters. Watch that. There you go.
Willie's
Willie's. Just leave us on though. You know.
Willie's spot on. You know, with the coaching too. Like you said, we want to hold everybody accountable. You know, and in pro sports, I always listen. I put it on the players, right? They got to execute. But in this sport of football, it's X's and O's. It's more than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, you know, baseball, we know. Hey, listen, it's you know, it's a team sport, but you got to win. You got to win your matchup. You know what I mean? You get guy on the mound's got to win. You got to win in the box. You got to catch the you got to catch the baseball, all that good stuff. basketball. Go ahead and play. Like, there's a couple set plays here and there, but really, stars are going to take over in crunch time. But in football, like you got to. You got to try to match up your personnel with their personnel. Like
it's more coaching involved than anything.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly. And you're giving them, you give 11 freedom to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage. We saw right from his rookie year. Yeah. So is he not doing that as well? Is he? Is it
unless
you
got Peyton Manning, it's a lot on your coaching staff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like Doug. I mean, you see it at the line. Doug gives Carson free reign, the audible out of anything he wants to, and what he sees. And I think good coaches allow
so maybe
guys.
He's not audibling well.
Yeah, maybe. But not even that. Maybe like we talked about, guys. It all starts up front. So if you're not run blocking and if you're not pass blocking good enough, well, guess what? Like if you try to run the ball early on in the game, like we did early on in the season at times, and it's getting sniffed out and shut down, and then you're like, okay, we're gonna put it on 11. You know what I mean? And then you can't pass block either. Listen. Nobody gets an excuse out of this.
No, but he's
because it's not been good enough.
Football. That's all we're saying. There's a pre-snap look, all right, where I gotta get rid of the fucking football here.
Absolutely.
I mean, it don't matter if I got the the Cowboys line for
if
fucking
there's
3
six
years
coming,
ago.
I gotta get rid of the ball.
I gotta get rid of football.
Yeah, and I think
I check out of something.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
Matrix said this on Wednesday. I completely agree with him when he talked about Carson.
I love 11, and that's where I put like I said, I don't want to see him progress in that aspect. You know what I mean?
But Matrix said this on Wednesday night. It made a lot of sense when I thought about it. He's like, I need Carson to step up as one of the guys to step up. And of course, on Monday night, he needed to step up. But his reasoning was he looks hesitant at times. And I think a little bit of that attributes right back to your knee. Because he's a guy who used to be able to make a lot of plays on the run. When things broke down, he could run for 10 yards, right? And I think that he's avoiding a little bit of that right now, and he's trying to stay in the pocket more.
Well, what do we
say?
Which
that takes away from who he is.
That's what we said last year after the injury, and then all the rehab, and everybody was talking about it. Oh well, man, God damn it, before you won the Super Bowl, everybody's like, fuck, man, when he comes back, we gotta keep him in a bubble, man. We gotta, this is our franchise guy. And what do we say? No, you can't.
Is Deshaun Watson in a bubble?
He's a fucking football player. You gotta let him make plays, right?
Play.
Would you love him to play 15 years? Absolutely, right? But as long as you can have him, let him fucking be himself. You know what I mean? And,
it's Deshaun.
And I haven't seen that this year. So whether it's, like I said, quickly rebounding after a major injury, absolutely, right? Is it line issues? And coaching, it's a ton of things that you can check, but it hasn't been right. Right.
No, and it's Deshaun Watson hesitant.
Been the same guy on the move.
Like Deshaun Watson,
Deshaun
Watson knows what his skill set is, right? And early on he didn't run a lot when he first came back, but now he's starting to move, right? And for the last few weeks,
I don't know. I feel like he's been running a lot.
That'll keep you on the field.
First off, early in the season, Deshaun Watson was taking monster hits running. I was like, dude, this dude's going to die on the field. But he's kept it together, recently, he's been trying to slide. I watched the one game. He had a terrible slide. Like, how do you not know how to slide? It's so simple.
We have an ATD camp. Come on, sliding camp.
We'll set up a sliding camp for you.
Like I said, I'm not like. And I said it earlier this week. This season's far from over right now. It can be over Monday night.
Yeah, it's not over
yet. It can
be
over quick, but it's far from over. A win Monday night is 2 divisional wins, and you start feeling good about yourself. Through all the injuries, you feel good about where you are, and now you're going to get more guys back. Like this week, you get Sidney back, right? You get Rasul back, so you feel a little bit better. Now, Avonte Maddox is still out, and Jalen's still out, but hopefully you win this game, and then next Sunday, hopefully you get Avonte and Jalen back, and then you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with what's back there in your secondary.
Yeah.
As much as people don't like Jalen, we know he's a good red zone corner.
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that? He's a good red zone corner, and we've seen that now.
He'll get double moved to death.
You can't go over the top in the red zone.
True.
You're right. I'm just saying.
But it plays to his strength.
Can't get beat for a 40-yarder in the red zone, so he's good in the red zone.
It plays to the physicality.
Bounds is there, too.
It plays to the physicality, though. He's a bigger corner, not as fast, but he's aggressive. And when the field shrinks, it makes guys like him and Darby better. Like I thought it did from what I've watched for 2 years of these guys.
Everybody needs a niche in life, right? So I mean, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
You might as well, right? You gotta
do
something.
but like you're saying though, this is a win. This is a win that we just have to keep the season going, and then it comes down to next Sunday in Dallas. You got to go get a win. That's what has to happen. Okay, you got to get this win tomorrow night, and then the whole season's on next Sunday.
Yeah.
If you can win in Dallas, you're right back in it. If you lose in Dallas, season's over.
Greg says.
But you got to get the win tomorrow night. Let's go.
No, you're right. Greg said, what's up, boys? Poll question.
Eagles
win. Skins covered out. Close divisional game. Michael Taylor says, fly, Eagles, fly. We got to take care of business Monday. Lost my voice at the UFC event. That's awesome, brother. Hope you had a good time. J.R. Stringer says, I think they need to shut down Ryan Kerrigan, too. I think he's giving the Birds.
Don't bring him up. Jeez, I was trying not to talk about Ryan Kerrigan. I'll get nightmares tonight. Yeah, Ryan Kerrigan fucking kills us.
Kind of hoping he got food poisoning.
Oh, my God. Yeah, somebody give him the shit, Sarah. We know any restaurateurs down in Washington?
Bryce,
where's he eating tonight?
Bryce Blackwell over on YouTube. Yo, what's up, Bryce? Where are we at? Steve Dixon over on Facebook. Everybody hating on us. We gonna win with banded up D-backs. Listen, I think you're right, brother. He says Eagles win. Joyce Mustachio says he will get hurt quicker holding the ball too long. Yep. Just be yourself. Just go play now, right? You're almost coming up a year with the injury. Just let it loose. And I think I'm not saying it's not being told to him, but part of it could be the mental side of just trusting it fully and just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna make plays. Not that he hasn't. I feel like the explosiveness is not there. Like we've seen, you know what I mean? The ability to make more guys miss. I feel like he's sort of not went down easier because he hasn't. Like he refuses to ever call a play quits. But like you saw in the Seattle game last year when he rolled out and the speed to get to the end to be able to throw that ball with a DB chasing you, right? And you saw that little explosion, and I think that will come back. That's going to come back over time.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
no question about it.
I feel like obviously he wasn't able to prepare this offseason, So we don't want to think about this right now, but next offseason, he should be able to work out with the guys.
Yep, matters.
It's a huge thing. And it's also good for getting him in just better shape going into the year next year. You know what I mean? So I expect a better year next year, but we're not out of it yet. Okay,
nope,
and I know people that are talking about being out of it. Like, are you a true fan? Because I'm an Eagles fan. We're still, as long as we're still got pulse, we're still alive.
That's it.
All right, it's fucking football. Anything can happen. That's like I've been saying. I know I was joking, but anything can happen. There's fires out west. Jared Goff could get caught in one. We don't know.
Are they still going on?
Hopefully.
I'll talk to somebody.
Maybe not. I'm sorry.
I think they're out of trees. Yeah,
How about James?
I think they're out of trees.
James Fripp says we need a big special teams play. Haven't had one all season.
No, we haven't.
Spot on, brother.
We used to have a ton, and we haven't had a big turnover game either. Can we force some turnovers this week? Colt McCoy's back there. Got to get pressure on Colt. Force some turnovers. Everyone knows you get pressure on Colt, you're going to get some turnovers.
Yeah, but that's what Jay
He's going to hand them out.
He's going to hand them out. He's going to throw you two
like
by
you
accident.
Went to church.
I mean, if you can catch him, he's going to throw you two by accident. I mean, come on.
Oh, you need to win a turnover battle again. You won it last week, 1-0. Can you win the turnover battle again Monday night? That's a big question. We got to create more turnovers. Jada Goat says, let's put pressure on Colt McCoy.
Absolutely. Got to pressure Colt.
Starts with these guys up front. Boys, score predictions. Offense, defense, player of the game. Family, let us know yours. Screenshot it. Send it to A2D. Chance to win money from us to you. Score prediction, offense and defense, player of the game. Let's go.
It's like a 24-20 game. Have that feel to it. Birds at home. They find a way to get it done. They will create something late and make Colt cough it up late, I think, to hang on at home. They're just not blowing anybody. I mean, it can happen. Like I said, it's the NFL. It's a week-to-week league. But your eyeballs will tell you after 12 weeks, they're not blowing anybody out. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. And it's a division game. It's Monday night.
I'm surprised you went that high with it.
It's Monday night. But that's where I'm at. Yeah.
I'm thinking like 21-19.
Okay.
21-19 Birds. Let's go. Let's get it. Any way possible. Let's get it. 21-19.
Late safety, Wilson.
I'm sticking.
You never know. There's missed fucking extra points all the time and shit now,
It's unbelievable.
Might be 2019. Who knows?
I'm sticking to the same one I've given all week. 34-24. And I'm hoping for this offense to finally put it together.
One of these times.
That's a late field goal.
One of these times it's got to stick.
I'm going to keep saying it until they do it. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I can ask. Too much talent for me not to be putting you in the 30s. There's too much talent for me not to be saying you can't score 30.
Father Carmine, throw down a blessing for
Come on. I mean, at least once give it to me. Shit.
But no,
I think the reason it's a 10-point game is like a late field goal. You know what I mean? To ice it. But I think it's a close football game, most of it.
Yeah, I mean, I
think it's close. I
expect it to be a tough-fought football game that we have to win.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all it is.
And you always talk about both sides of the ball, that up front on especially the offensive line, has to win up front. We know Kerrigan is a headache. I know this guy has been had a tremendous
Jonathan
year.
Allen's
Allen's coming from the corner as well.
They got Bama dudes all up front there.
Yeah,
they got a bunch of guys.
Obviously, they vouched for Ruben, so they're Ruben's.
No, they had another.
Ruben,
Jonathan Allen's like, yeah,
that room is crimson tide.
He's like Doug Williams. Like, listen, Ruben's a great guy. The Jonathan Allen saying.
Thanks for the record.
I think they got another. I think they got another. They got another D lineman from Bama too. Delonte O'Brien says if Philly gets in the playoffs, we are dangerous with healthy weapons and Carson Wentz. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't disagree at all.
The biggest problem is just getting in at this point. You know, we got to run off. Realistically, we got to win 5 or 6. Realistically, and the one loss can't be to Dallas. You know what I mean? It's probably got to be to Houston because we want it to be we want it not to be an NFC loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rob.
That could be like we're gonna have to win like in LA basically. It's gonna be impossible almost. But like you said, we got a pulse. We're still alive. Let's go. Let's get it.
Rob Ring said, "Can we get an injury report rundown?" Yeah, I mean, I told you Jalen's out, and Vontae Maddox is out. In is Rasul Douglas, Sidney Jones.
Sidney Jones, yeah,
are both in, so that helps you. At least you're a little stronger at corner this week. Offensively, everybody is good to go. Darren Sproles is playing. Peters is playing. Brandon Brooks is good to go. Defensive line, Michael Bennett's good to go. There were some question marks about him. He was questionable this week. He's good to go. Everybody's good. Besides them guys I named, Jordan Hicks is out. Sorry. Jordan Hicks is out. Nigel will play. So, with a broken hand or fingers, whatever he's got. But, all right, so that's your rundown. Defensively, you feel a little bit better coming into this week than you did last, obviously, because at least you get Rasul and Sidney back. It's better than LeBlanc and whoever the hell else was back there. But listen, it's the same thing that happened in the fourth quarter last week in the second half of that football game. This defensive front has to go get it. They have to go get it. And, Jim, I would love to see a corner blitz, a nickel blitz, a safety blitz.
Something.
Bring something, Jimmy. Mix stuff up.
Get some pressure on Colt McCoy. He'll make mistakes. We all know this. Get some fucking pressure. Let's go. It's your season. You're at home. It's your season tomorrow. They better show up. They better fucking show up. I'll tell you that. I'd love to see them. I don't think it's going to happen. Like I said, 21-19 might score, but I like to see them blow them out tomorrow. I love it. They'll get me fired up going into Dallas.
Well, if they blow them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be.
Can I catch a blowout? It's not gonna happen.
At the Wilson's point,
it's not gonna happen because me and Tom keep betting them. We're the dumbest fucking people of all time. If we just don't bet them,
just to circle back a couple minutes ago, because the big fella always got his back. The Redskins' pass defense is ranked 23rd. So
yeah, thank you. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is what it is.
So you
not
can throw
scared
on
of Quentin Dunbar, yeah. And Josh Norman's not the same.
But guess what?
You can take him if you want. I just want now Julio's elite. But I watched him a couple weeks ago just absolutely fucking tear his asshole to fucking bleeding parts. You know what I mean? To where, Norman, you watch him. If you get in his dish, he's going to fucking fold. He'll get a fucking penalty because he's punkish. All right? So, but it's time for Golden Tate to step up. I mean, I'm not, once again, who knows what's on his platter. I'm not saying it's, I'm not putting it at his feet. Like, get him involved. It's what you traded for. At this point, we understand it looks like a waste. I mean, even if he walks out the door, you do get a pick back. That's why we were saying at the time it was almost a free 11 weeks. Or whatever,
let's get a couple plays out of him today or tomorrow night. Let's go.
Who's that? Sorry. I was
Golden Tate.
Oh, well, Zeke's right with you.
More Tate.
Our cousin Zeke said, can Golden Tate make a fucking play? Please and thank you.
Freak.
Spot on.
Ziggy.
I'm going to keep yelling it. There's too much talent for guys not to be making plays offensively. Okay?
The last couple weeks have been ugly, too. Like, where's Alshon been? He's been
Alshon's been non-existent.
He's been on a milk
Another milk carton guy. Robbie, I know you had something over there. What do you got?
I just want to add on to the injury report. A couple Eagles fans and fellow DFSers got a little nervous with Josh Adams popping up on the injury report, questionable with a hip injury after Saturday's practice. The latest is he is on track to play Monday night. So not much of an update in terms of whether he's going to be out of the game, but if you're wondering whether to start him or if they're going to have their lead running back, would you say, at this point?
Yeah, Doug's made it clear that he's their lead running back.
He's our top back.
But no, he's good to go because what happens is there's no probable anymore. So if you got any nick, you're questionable. So they've sort of made it seem like him and
I had
Sproles is
flashbacks
definitely
to Gordon, though. I had flashbacks to Gordon with that London game earlier.
Yeah, I just think he's nicked, and at this point of the year, for a back to be nicked, it makes sense. But yeah, he'll be good to go. The only guys that are officially ruled out were Hicks, Avonte Maddox, and Jalen Mills. Officially ruled out. So
yeah.
You're getting some guys back. I mean, I would love to finally get Jalen back, just to have one of our best corners from last year back. But he's not ready. So you run with what you got. But you gotta win up front on both sides of the football. I want to be able to come out, run the ball early on them, and set up some play actions. I know, and I'm also a believer in throwing early because it gets you off a little bit, and then it's easier to run the ball too. So there's both ways to go about it. But I would love it because we're a big play action team, and you can't play action if nobody's respecting the run. And then they're not respecting your play action, which means your quarterback's getting hit more and more because guys are just teeing off.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to be able to run it a little bit. You don't have to run it a lot, but like a nice, like the run against the Giants, I got called back. That's a perfect example. Even though that got called back, it's still back there. It still brought more guys in the box a little bit because now they're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? We gotta respect it a little bit more, even though it got called back.
Can we come out and execute to start? Like how about Doug right now? Devise a fucking first drive game plan and win the toss and take the ball. Don't defer. Take the ball and take the lead at home early. Let's go here. Like, I hate this defer. He's a defer guy. I defer. Fuck the defer.
Let's
get to the lead early.
In baseball, I like being visitor sometimes.
Start hot.
Travel ball. I take visitor.
Four spot in the first. Really tightens that ass. Hold on it.
At home plate,
watch out.
At home plate, you should see the guys' faces. All right, when you choose visitor, guys, this guy chose visitor. Fucking yeah, right. I'm gonna fuck. Bro.
Mix it up. Mix it up.
When we drop a cookie number in the first, that's called tone setting. You know what I'm saying?
101, baby.
It's like that fucking joke that guy told. I told you about that. Yes. In the union meeting, my dad. That's the great joke.
No women in the room, but hilarious.
It's a spectacular joke.
I'll tell you. Like hours later, I was like, "Some women work there."
I think there was. My dad was like, "It was an aggressive joke."
No, he's just letting everybody know. That's how it works.
Tone setting, setting the tone.
And listen, I think a lot of times why he's deferring is because he's expecting the defense that was there last year. It's not. You know what I mean? So try to change it up, try to switch it up, right, and go down and score 7 on your first drive, and start getting that good feeling from the moment the ball's kicked off. Because we're a good second half team.
Last year,
you put it together in the first.
Last year you did things different. All right, you marched to your own fucking drum. All right, and you fucking were able to hoist the trophy at the end. All right, don't fucking fall back into this fucking typical NFL bullshit because that's what everybody does. All right, defer. I'll take the ball in the second half. Okay, fucking cares.
Yeah,
fucking
go out and punch him in the fucking mouth. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
What happened with setting the tone?
It only matters if you have it last.
Come out and execute.
You know what I mean? Like, the second half only matters if you have it before the half ends, right? Because then you got a shot at scoring
twice. Then you get the double score,
You got a shot at scoring twice. But if not,
like that, everyone looks at fucking Bill Belichick get the double score every week somehow because they just make it because they just like coach for it and they got Brady and everyone sees it and they're like, oh, that's how you play. Fuck that shit,
You're going to get the same amount of possessions pretty much.
Fuck it.
Especially unless you're dominating time
How
of
about
possession.
just make it stop? Who cares if they get balls? Make it stop.
Unless the time of possession is outrageous, you're going to get almost the same amount of possessions. All right, it's who executes more.
Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with it all last year, and I didn't have a problem with it this year early on because you still had that expected really good defense, and you put them on the field, you get a stop early, and that's the way you went about it. But there's nothing wrong with switching it up and saying, you know what, we haven't scored in the first quarter. Let's go get the ball first, and let's go try to score and sort of change the dynamic of how football games been going for us.
Last year we started up every game. I feel like we always scored first.
If we score first or get something going early,
how about playing with
because we're a really good.
Can you imagine playing with a lead?
Well, because we're a really good second half team. You know what I mean? So I mean
it's been a while.
If you can put it together in the first half, it's going to change things up and make things different. So it's all about getting off to a fast start in the first half because you do make good second half adjustments. We've seen that. Now all of them come to fruition. Have we won all them games? No, but you've seen better second half adjustments, especially like in the Dallas game. Obviously the Giants game, there was better second half adjustments. So the list goes on.
I'm just amazed at how bad we are in the first quarter. It's legitimately amazing.
Yeah.
No, it's.
I mean, that's as close to as a goose egg as you can get. You know
Miles is P0. Miles is P0. Ralphie D, my guys, flag was fly. We need this fast start. and run the goddamn ball. Josh, where are we at here? Harlem Cowboy puffing chest. Rob Brinkman, I don't care if the Cowboys go 16-0 and win the bowl. They'll get zero credit from anything from me or diehard Phillies fans. Go to bed, Harlem. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Nap time.
And Bryce
Just
Blackwell,
got up, Harlem. It's nap time.
Bryce Blackwell says 31-21 Eagles for a score prediction. And make sure you're putting in offensive, defensive players of the game. Screenshot it, send it over to us. Chance to win some dough. Real simple. All right, real easy. And that brings us right in. I know Robbie wanted the injury report. We sort of gave it to him already, Rob Brinkman. But we got the doc joining us on the Real Talk hotlines. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Princeton, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Doc, what's happening this morning?
Not too much, man. Off to a busy start. Sorry I'm a little late, but it's going good. How about you guys?
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Better be late than never, Doc. How'd everything go with the run yesterday?
Man, yeah, that was awesome, man. Great. I'll tell you what, man, that weather was fantastic yesterday in the morning time, and good weather, great organization to have it for, and it was a good turnout. Really good.
Nice.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yeah, I saw that you were out there. Did you run it?
No, we were doing we were stretching people.
Oh, nice.
Before and after.
Yeah, not all heroes wear capes. You know that, Doc.
Doc, so couple injuries. I know the family out there wanted to talk a little bit about the injury report for Monday night. From what I know, Darren Sproles is playing Monday night unless he gets out of bed and pulls a hammy tomorrow or this morning. He's going to play. Do you think he brings any impact Monday night? You think he's any bit of an impact?
Well, I'll tell you, if he's healthy, I think he can bring a dynamic they've been potentially missing, like on kickoffs and stuff. And maybe, I'm not sure if they're going to put him into running situations. This other guy seems to be doing pretty good. I forget the guy's name. Not Clement, the other guy.
Adams.
Yeah, Adams. Yeah, we're with you, Doc.
Yeah. But, yeah, man, I mean, hey, the more healthy guys you have, the better. I mean, you can rotate them in and out or, keep guys fresh. I think last week they had a nice balanced attack, especially in the second half. So, I mean, hopefully see more of that tomorrow night.
Absolutely. I'm right with you on that, Doc. And like another thing, maybe we've kind of missed any sort of receiving out of our backfield for the running back. Maybe Darren can bring a little of that, which would help.
Yeah, he's a screen game monster.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that he's good at. So, that would be nice.
He was, guys, so you guys know, he as of Thursday, Darren was a light practice. Friday, he was a light practice. And yesterday, he was a full participant in practice. So that's good to know. He was a full participant. Sydney was a full participant. Jernigan, Douglas, Brooks, and Jason Peters hasn't practiced all week.
Yeah, if they can get him in, and it just gives the defense, the Redskins defense, something else to think about. That it distracts them away because, heck, maybe on first downs they do something that features him, and they got to really, watch another guy. That would open it up, man.
Absolutely.
Maybe Ertz or Aguilar or somebody else gets more open looks.
Absolutely.
Well, we've been waiting all year for him, Doc. I feel like every week we've had at least a minute or two conversation about Darren Sproles weekly about the hamstring, and it was sad to see him pull it again a few weeks back. And then I know we've talked about, well, is this it for him? Is he even going to get back on the field? And I know, obviously, he doesn't want to end his career and retire not getting back on the football field. So, hopefully that he was a full participant yesterday and he's ready to go. And like he did in the Atlanta game, make a play or two just to help us, convert a first down or, extend the drive, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Any little bit's going to be a positive from him.
At this point, even if it tweaks it, just shoot as much cortisone as you can in there and just go out with a bang. Just let it hang off the bone, Doc.
Well, and if anything else, if all else fails, you can do that Mr. Miyagi, rubbing the hands, clapping the hands together, and then rub it, That seems to work.
Absolutely. Put a little paste on it.
Hey, Doc, we got a question over on Facebook, or more of a statement. Josh Camardi says, got to get MVP Foles in. Anybody got anything to say to that one?
Yeah. I mean, that's just regressing, and that's just dumb. He's our backup, guys. Come on.
So wait, what's the question?
Oh, he said the guy said you got to get MVP Foles in. So we have a guy begging for Nick Foles. Just to
Nick Foles.
yeah, just to let you know. Just to let you know, we got people out there begging for Nick Foles. Doc, you got a score prediction? Two defensive players in a game?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see. Well, I'll tell you, the score prediction is based on what I want to see their defense do and hold these guys until Redskins under 20 points, hopefully. So I don't know, 24-17 Eagles.
24-17,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So I mean, gosh, we talked about a balanced attack last week, I think, and they end up doing that, and like we just said, man, Sproles can just give another dimension to this. And just keep this going, man. Listen, it's not how you start, right, man? It's how you finish. And hopefully the Cowboys are peaking too soon, and that we're peaking maybe or starting now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That might be wishful thinking, but
that's what we gotta hope, though, Doc. Right? We're right with you.
Yeah.
I'm right with that, Doc. Let's hope that that's the case. I got a little ahead of myself, but I said, you go win tonight or Monday night, and you go take care of business in Dallas next week. Your winners are 3 straight going to L.A.
Yeah.
I mean, everything changes. The narrative changes, how the fan base feels. It all shifts to believing again. So it's the NFL. It's a crazy league. I don't think
anything can happen.
There's not a league around that's more even and more balanced. So, like we saw on Thursday night where everybody and their mother had the Saints in a roll job and Dallas goes win a game 13-10. I mean, you just can't make up this league. So, when people think you're out, sometimes that doesn't mean you're really out. And we saw it last year on our playoff run, and before we got to the playoffs, it was over. It was doom and gloom, and guys figured it out and stepped up. Now, I'm not saying we're making a Super Bowl run, but guys can figure it out and step up late now and get us into the dance, and then we know how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting some secondary back, too, right? Some cornerbacks. Are they coming back this week?
Yeah, according to the injury report, Sidney Jones.
Yep.
Sidney Jones is back. Rasul Douglas is back. He was a full participant all week in practice. Avonte Maddox is out. Jalen Mills is out. And Chandon Sullivan is in. He's a full participant. So we're still down 2 guys, and Jordan Hicks is out. He hasn't practiced all week.
Listen, what do we always talk about? You always talk about an opportunity, right? You got
Sidney Jones got an opportunity right now
for players and for a team, right? You got 2 weeks right now to handle your business, right? You know what I mean? So if you do that, you can stub your toe in La La Land. If the Rams show up, whatever, and then you still have 2 more games that to finish up. You win that division at 9-7, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, that would be great.
But you got 2 monster weeks here, and that's all you can ask for. We'll see what team shows up.
Absolutely. You got to go get a win. You got to go get a win at home tomorrow night, and then we're going to Dallas, and it's the biggest game of the year. Let's go.
Doc, I also know you're a big Sixers fan as well.
Yeah, man.
And while we got you on, how you feeling about him? Are you loving this?
I got to tell you, man, it's we'll take one thing out of the equation, and it looks pretty good. I mean, I like what they're doing. This Fultz thing is just, I don't know, man. You can't find a tent big enough to put on this circus. It's just.
All right, Doc. That was a good one,
man.
I like that one.
You had me at circus. Attaboy, Doc.
That was great. Yes, but no, absolutely. I mean, listen, the Fultz thing at this point, I just want him buried. I don't even want him near the team. Just get away. Just stay away because we're rolling. Just cut him out.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's healthy, right, and even if he's perfectly normal, he's not even he's so low on the depth chart because McConnell, that guy's a baller, man.
I love T.J. McConnell. He might be my favorite player in the NBA.
Yeah, we just hope that Fultz finds Jodie Foster and find a panic room and just go hide the panic room, dude. I got nothing to do with you, bro.
Well, you know what's funny,
Seriously.
Doc, you'll love this.
No chance.
So there was a trade reporter from Bleacher Report yesterday, and it just made me laugh because it was this one out. It was Fultz to Boston for Terry Rozier, Morris, somebody else, and then a protected first-round pick, right? And I was like, I would do that deal in a heartbeat.
I would do it for Rozier.
But I said, I'll tell you what's going to happen. In 2 or 3 years, he's He's going to be a star. And Danny Ainge got both. I said, I know how this works. He's going to haunt us. And I'm going to have nightmares about Markelle Fultz stroking
Guy's been
threes.
playing possum for 2 years just to get traded
Yep.
back to Boston.
Danny Ainge knew it all. He set up the motorcycle accident.
I need you to sit in the corner and suck your thumb for 2 years.
I'll tell you what. If Boston calls, I don't answer it. I just don't answer. I don't care what they're offering, Danny. I know what you're doing. I'm not answering. Is that Danny? Tell him no.
With Danny on the grassy knoll when the motorcycle got hit.
I'd do it for Rozier, straight up.
Straight up. Right? I would. I would. Oh, my God, yeah. They might not even have to send Terry.
2 inflatables.
Just the masks that they were wearing in the fucking playoffs.
Well, I got to tell you what, man. Like, and to be honest, and I know it may not be a popular thing, and this guy's a stud as well, and he gets the job done, but he's careless with the ball, and Simmons. Like, I think McConnell takes better care of the ball than Simmons does.
Well, he's a little loose with the ball, but he's a superstar.
Yeah, he's a superstar. So
he is a superstar. But he's 21. So that's one, obviously, I think there's a few things besides the shot that he needs to work on. One of them is that he's a little loose with the ball at times. He is, but he's. You can't really for how him and Embiid are progressing and still so young. I mean, you just smiles on your face all day. You know.
Yeah, man.
Fizz said it best the other day. He said, listen, this guy doesn't even have a jump shot, and he's scary. I mean, the things he's able to do on the court is really scary. But
well, Doc, I noticed one thing that they're doing more when TJ's on the court. Right now, Ben plays a little bit more
I love
four.
TJ.
Right, so Ben plays a little bit more four. And what I've noticed about him playing down low a bit more, he's shown to be he's been aggressive down there.
Well, that's how you got to give him the ball.
All me and Mikey the Greek were ever complaining about was, have a little killer. Just when Kendall was in the house the other night, he had a killer. He wanted the basketball. Well, Kendall was in the house the other night too, and he showed you he wants the basketball. So have that killer night in, night out. Because I think the only thing that ever gets me with Ben Simmons is that
Speaking of loose.
I mean, I'm not here to confirm or deny Kendall. You know what I mean? But I'm sure and Ben's 6'10", so I'm sure now, yeah. But now I don't know what I'm going to say.
Sorry, Doc.
Markelle Fultz. This guy Fultz, he was supposed to see like one doc Monday, right? Now all of a sudden he's seeing like 3 or 4 docs. And granted, we don't know the situation, but like it almost looks like they're trying to find the one doc that's going to give them the answer they want, and then, he's physically injured, which maybe he is, but,
we got to get him over to you, Doc.
Yeah.
We got to get him over there. Maybe we can grease the pockets a little bit. Always hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. But I'll tell you, I mean, like, if he's physically hurt and there's something wrong, then, like, I think obviously the Sixers they're on the hook for him, right? Because he's like, he can't play physically. But I'm not sure how it is if if there's some mental issues and they get rid of him, if they're on the hook for his contract. I'm not sure how that all works out.
Yeah, I think it's a little combination of both, Doc. He's soft like toilet paper. He's soft like Charmin, you know what I mean? But it was definitely an injury. I mean, because you just watch his highlight tape at Washington, and it's explosive. It's scary, right? So something went wrong physically, and then it became, listen, I'm soft, and I'm just I can't get through this now. You know what I mean? I can't power through it, whatever.
Well, Doc, I don't know if you heard this or we talked about, but Charles Barkley was talking about the reason he thinks he should go to a sports psychiatrist, not because he said not because the dude's like has mental issues. He said because what he's done now is he's went and shot 1 million jumpers all season, still banged up and still not right. So now that's creating bad habits and a bad jumper. He said it's the same thing with my golf swing. Wow. He said, when I went and practiced my golf swing, bad, but I kept practicing, but I had this hiccup in there that I couldn't get out. Barkley said, I went to a sports psychiatrist. If you watch his golf swing lately, it looks night and day different. Because then he got the hitch out. It's still not. I'm not saying it's. I'm not putting him on a PGA Tour here.
No, that guy doesn't want a shot out. That guy's like Chuck. Please don't mention my name, because.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's cleaner now because he actually went and got the hiccup out of there. But he's like, if you're practicing bad habits, muscle memory, you're not changing anything. You're just creating more bad habits. So
yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Doc.
No. That makes a lot of sense, man. And it's, obviously, you hope, you wish and hope for the best for the guy, man, because, especially if he can be a productive, person, first of all, but then obviously a player for the Sixers, that'd be fantastic. So if it's just a matter of, tweaking his mindset, that'll be great. You know,
with all those videos you saw when he was practicing, it was wet though. It wasn't like, you know, I mean, there was no hitch there. Like, you know, I know what Charles is saying. Like, yeah, I mean, you could see the proof was in the pudding with Charles' scoff swing. It was awful. But when you watched, you know, Markell in the gym, I mean, there was no, everybody's like, ooh, that's where you're getting excited. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was.
Yeah, but then he saw the free throws, and then he was hiccuping on free throws.
Yeah.
He's
so
doing
then
he's volleyball and fucking free throws, and we don't know what's going on.
So you wonder with the free throws if the injury came back or never really was fully healed, or if it just was up in the head again. So
and if he really got hurt, there's like talks that he maybe got hurt on a motorcycle, right? And if that's the case,
that's Jason Williams.
To me, that the Sixers can get off the hook if that's the case. And I mean, it makes kind of sense. Like, I don't know, they said it was like, early last October, right before the season last year. And because before he hurt his ankle in the Summer League, he was making shots. He was really good, remember?
Yeah.
2 games. Really good. And then comes out and he can't shoot when the season starts. Yeah. Maybe he really did hurt himself on a motorcycle.
Well, why do you think the agent, Doc, right? The agent.
Why do you think they cut that shit off real quick?
Well, why do you think they pulled him out right now, like they did? Because they're like, whoa, we got to go get this right, because if not, we're all going to lose a lot of money, right? So the agent pulls it out because they know they're smart. They know he keeps playing and he ain't right, and they find out it's all from a motorcycle and they cut it. We got to go figure it out right now because this is our last chance, because we're going to end up losing out on a ton of money. That's what's going to happen, like Will said. You know, if it's from the motorcycle and he doesn't get back,
Jay Williams,
and he doesn't get back, and that injury still is a factor year in, year out, they're off the hook because that was an off-court, you know, injury that had nothing to do with basketball.
Stuff like that, like, I mean, you can have off-court, like, a mishap happen, but there's, like, motorcycles, like playing other sports off the court, stuff like that you can't do. It's in breach of contract.
It's in the contract.
Yeah, breach of contract, That's Jay
Williams.
Skydiving. Jay Williams from Duke, he got hurt on a motorcycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of money.
He's an analyst
they didn't hide it.
Yeah, that finished his career there, too.
Yeah.
That guy was awesome.
He was awesome at Duke. Yeah, he was.
Bobby Hurley, same thing, right? Didn't he get into a motorcycle
accident?
Yep. Car accident.
Car accident, I think.
He got up in a ditch, upside down. Crazy.
Still ruined him, too.
The Fultz thing, you know, the scapular muscle imbalance. I mean, that's a real thing, and people can have what they call scapular dyskinesia. You know, the meaning the scapula doesn't move well, the shoulder blade, and that can happen for a number of reasons, right? And the nerve could be damaged, what have you. And you know, there's a nerve that runs along the side of your rib cage, and called the long thoracic nerve, and that supplies the shoulder blade. If that gets injured, and maybe he injured that, you know, in an impact in a motorcycle accident, who knows? But that can affect how the muscles work, and you know, if that's the case, then that's pretty legit, you know. But you know, we just don't know.
Yeah,
it now has become secretive, Doc.
Yeah,
where now nobody's releasing any information on it.
Well, because now it's comical. Because it's gone so long that
Doc
it's comical now. Yeah,
Doc said
like
it. There's not a tent big enough for the circus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're playing good basketball. Imagine if we weren't. If we weren't playing good basketball, we're hunting. You know, we're out in the woods, shotguns loaded, and we're going. It's hunting season.
The situation, exactly. The guys in the locker room haven't let it affect them. You know what I mean? Which is good because we are the situation.
We got stars.
Or the laughing stock. Yeah. We're the laughing stock of the league. From that point, you know what I mean? That situation. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But nobody wants to play, especially when the Butler came to town. You know
Doc, before we run, I want your offense, defense guys who need to step up for the Birds tomorrow night.
The guys that need to step up?
Yeah, give me two. Give me an offensive guy and a defensive guy that we need big gains from.
I would say step up because he's probably underperformed a little bit. It's probably Jeffries.
Yeah. We need Alshon to have a good game.
Yeah.
Yes, we
do. Let's see, defensive, man. I don't know. I mean, Jank has been playing well. I'm going to say one of the cornerbacks, man. You know, just got to step up. You know, the guys that are returning. I don't know them by name, but they've been out. We just need a big game from those corners.
Yeah, we'll go Sidney.
Sidney Jones. Yeah, that works.
Let's get a big game out of Sidney. Would have been a
who's the wide out for the Redskins right now? I mean, who the top
Doxson.
Josh Doxson and
Maurice Harris. Right?
Yeah, I think Paul Richardson's out, right? So I guess Maurice Harris. Yeah, they're not big name guys. Josh Doxson was drafted pretty high.
Yeah, he's okay.
But
Josh isn't bad.
But listen, if we come out and play some good defense, like you were saying, Doc, we could definitely hold this team under 20. So let's get it done.
Yeah. I got to tell you, man, I had an invite to go last night and to go to the game. I can't go. I was like, that's a killer. But
yeah, that is a killer.
Yeah, it's a good game to go to, but I just can't make it. I can't swing it.
Yeah, it's the worst too when you get it like so close to it too. But man, if you would have gave me like 3 or 4 more days beforehand, I could pull it off. I feel like that always happens to me. Anything coming up, Doc, this week?
This week, listen, man, it's starting December. It's crazy, man. So nothing coming up this week. We got a full schedule ahead, but like I said, anybody who you got any aches and pains out there that just not going away, you need help moving or just functioning better, give us a call. You can come directly to us. You don't need a doc prescription, so just let us know. We'll take care of it.
Love it, Doc. Love
Absolutely.
it. To the family out there, you heard it. And if we can get Markel over to you, Doc, then it's a win for
Right.
It's a win for everybody, and that's the goal.
Oh,
Doc,
man.
food drive still going on?
No, food drive's over.
Food drive's over. That's what I thought.
For
Okay.
Thanksgiving, and we got to see. I think we're planning some toy drive here. I'll let you guys know in a few for Christmas time. So
Christmas.
for some of the kids.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Sounds
I think
good.
I got my food drive and toy drive mixed up on the holidays right there. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, you probably.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, those
Food and
pantries.
toys,
I
man.
mean, honestly, they could use food all the time.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
yeah, I know it's big around the holidays, but it kind of dwindles during the year. But those people who are hungry and need food, they need the supplies throughout the year. So if you can do that anytime, that they would greatly appreciate it.
Hey, Doc, before you run, one of our family members over on Facebook said, I think she has CRPS, Doc. I don't know what that
Yeah. So that's called complex regional pain syndrome, or they used to call that RSD. And that's just, that happens usually after injury, after a fracture, where the limb, usually the hand or the leg, becomes painful, sensitive to touch. There's temperature issues, and it just becomes a very painful situation. And what you need to do is the system needs to desensitize over time, and therapy can be very helpful with that to help the person recover and get back to usual. But that's not an easy thing, but it can be helped.
Hey, Mama, there you go, Dawn. You heard it from the Doc. Get in there, right? Let them help you out over there. Let them help you out. Doc, thanks again. Like every Sunday, we love talking to you. Love having you on. Broke down a lot of things today. We did Eagles, we did Fultz, we did injury report. Ooh, we're all over. Players of the game. It's great.
Circus talk.
Circus talk.
Peanuts, popcorn.
They're going to make him wear a colored wig or something, when he sits on the bench. I don't know. But,
Colored wig.
Let's just hide them.
At least a rubber nose.
Let's hide them.
The
yeah,
Doc.
man, I hope for the best for him, honestly, man. I want to see this guy do well because that's just the right thing. But, it's just odd, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where you feel bad for the kid, but you're also it's like 50-50. Half of you wants Cup 8, and half of you wants like
it's also like it's getting to the point where like he might be the worst first pick of all time, and we made it.
Yep. Doc, real quick, she says, "Got it, Doc. Thanks." And she said, "Do you treat it, Doc? Can you guys treat it, right?" And I think you already said you can.
Yeah, we can do that. So anybody that calls it for whatever ailment, the first thing that would happen, is an initial examination, a consult, just to get a history, see what's going on, physically examine the areas that we need to, and then based on that, we assess the situation and then come up with a treatment plan. And, sometimes that's, obviously going right into treatment, and sometimes like, hey, you know what, you might need a look from another doc because, maybe something's not, being picked up and needs to be diagnosed further. But most times people come to us, we evaluate them, set up a treatment plan, and get them set up so they can recover.
All right, Dawn, you heard it. You heard it. Everybody heard it from the Doc.
Yes,
get
sir.
in there. Anybody got the aches and pains of any sort, go get it figured out. Like we talked about, except most major insurances, so you'll be good there.
Sure.
And
Got any new bodies there, Doc? I need a new body.
yeah. Do you got replacements? YouTube's got one too. Hold on, Doc. Sorry. About to let you run, and we got another one for you. Hey, can you help? Can the Doc help me? I dislocated my shin bone some years back, and this soggy weather, I guess, really bad for him.
Oh, dislocated shin bone. That's neat. That's interesting. I've never heard of that, but I mean, maybe they're probably talking about the lower leg or the upper part of the leg. But yeah, I mean, listen, old injuries. injuries heal, right? They all do, but and people will feel better. And sometimes they're left with residual stiffness or weakness that if you don't necessarily take care of, and you want to be active or do the normal things you want to do, but it's holding you back. Therapy can often help restore that mobility or that range or flexibility that you need to do the things you want to do. So, if you have an old history or old injury, maybe you're just compensated for all these years, even though you're functioning. You might just need help, restoring normalcy.
Perfect. Rich, I hope you got all that, Rich. Get into the doc, both of you. We got 2 coming in, Doc. We're sending 2 in, maybe 3 with Markel. So we're looking to bring, and maybe Rob. Maybe Rob was pointing at himself too. So, Doc, hopefully next Sunday when we talk next Sunday morning, we're talking about a dub, and it'll be Dallas week and Dallas game day, and that's a big day. So hopefully there's a lot of excitement going into next week, and we're not just talking the talk.
Yeah, absolutely. See you, Doc.
Doc, have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Do the same. Thanks.
Guys, everybody tuning in. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Checks in with us every Sunday around 11:15ish. He'll be checking in with us. So you get some injury reports, and you get to figure out some things that are going on with you figured out. And guess what? Located almost everywhere. I mean, all around the area, Princeton, Cherry Hill, Burlington. So you got a location almost everywhere in Jersey for you, fam. If you're over the bridge, swing on over the bridge. You know, I talked about. Except most major insurances, so you're good there.
We're going to say all.
We're going to say all. We like to say
all.
All
major insurances.
And we got a lot of family chiming in still on Facebook, even though we're going to be heading to a break in a minute here, and we'll catch you over on the YouTube side of things. But John Wheaton says, what's up with Hollins? Well, he's been out the whole year, and he's not coming back this year.
No,
so
he's not going to play. That's what's up with him. He's not going to play.
Jason Reiner said that the Birds control the line of scrimmage on both sides. They win.
Absolutely.
We saw it last week.
That's what we're talking about.
Must call a balanced game plan. And John Wheaton says, I don't think Golden Tate was a bad pickup, but we got to get him going. And then we all agree on that. And that's up to Mike Rowe and Doug Peterson to get that right. And he also says Brandon Graham might be the biggest disappointment this year. He has no excuses.
Yeah, dude's been on a milk carton all year.
And what else we got? So listen, fam, everybody on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, head over to the website or head over to YouTube. You can join us over there. Everybody on YouTube, we're going to be running through all your comments, questions, and concerns on the second half of the show. We'll continue Eagles talk like we always do. We're going to mix in we talked some Sixers, but
we'll get our degenerates gambling too.
Gambling picks.
We'll give our picks.
Spreads against the line.
Maybe a couple fantasy players we like today. We'll throw
it all out there. Anything you want us to answer, we'll answer for you. And we'll have some Philly Sixers talk and 5 questions with Rob.
We'll give our 4 in the college football playoff as well.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up now, though.
So much.
What?
I think 12 o'clock.
Well, they'll be delayed.
Well,
they're always delayed. Yeah, they
always,
we stretch. You know, in the business, they stretch that. They would stretch
12:58.
Oh, they would love to stretch out their 2-hour show. You got to sit through all 2 hours to get to 1:58 when it's like, and your 4 teams are creme brulee. Go to creme brulee. A little creme brulee. A little something different.
Listen, we'll go.
I don't know if I got it. So I was hoping you guys got it.
It's going to be a quick commercial.
Quick commercial.
We'll make it quick.
People are going to pass. Thank you to Doc bringing us this segment every Sunday. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton, New Jersey. Head over to YouTube, fam. We'll see you on the other side.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Playoff committee set to announce 4 teams. Getting updates.
Yep, first time. Agree to disagree. ATD Radio, Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'Em Yours, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located at Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Except most major insurance, as Wilson would say, accepts all.
All of them.
Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. Family out there joining us over on YouTube. Started to show off. Real simple. Who wins Monday night? Let us know. We'll do NFL whip around. We're going to give our college football top 4 right now. Who's in? Obviously, Bama, number 1, unanimously. We expect
that's
that.
the AP poll, though. But I assume Bama will be the number 1.
Yeah, Bama will be 1. So what do you boys got?
I got
4 layout?
I'm telling you, I just because this fucking shit happens and they Houdini their way in constantly, I'm going to go Bama 1, Clemson 2, Notre Dame 3, and Ohio State 4. Fucking Urban pulls another Houdini and jumps Oklahoma. And I'm sorry, I know everyone tells, listen, is Georgia a top 4 team in the league? Yes. They probably are a top 4 team in the nation. They are. But guess what? You have 2 losses, you're out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can't justify
no.
that. All right,
people keep
talking.
People talking about being
they belong, and like
they,
you said,
they belong ahead to win.
And that's all the more reason to get to the 6 to 8 fucking
Absolutely.
playoff teams that we've been calling for.
Absolutely.
Right? So, but I agree with you, and there's no shot at the top 2 changing. Notre Dame's going to sit there, for 12-0, and we'll get to them in 1 second. And 4, I believe with Wilson, but I'm going to say that Oklahoma will stick there.
Me too.
Because of the offense and maybe a little bit of that 1-4. That game might be in the 120s.
Well, everything I was reading too, like most experts have Oklahoma as that 4th. Most have them sticking. So we'll see. We'll see. But I agree with you, Sweeps. My 4 are Bama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Oklahoma.
And like I said, so Georgia, obviously,
they want Mary in
They had
this
a chance
mix.
yesterday. I mean, a 14-point lead. Tui got hurt. Tip of the cap to Jalen Hurts. We talk about it all the time. Being a great teammate, character, that goes a long way, man. And
absolutely.
In 2018, everybody wants to get out of Dodge and transfer and all that stuff.
Stuck with it. Good teammate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And obviously, he wanted a ring, and he's got a good shot at getting one. And he found himself back in.
Making plays.
A major role yesterday, and he produced.
Yep, and
really, all the guy does is win. Like obviously the 2 are night and day. I mean, they made the right decision football wise, but the dude's 29-2 or something. He's a guy's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a winner.
It's crazy.
And he got the job done yesterday.
And
they needed him. They were on life support. They needed him.
Like
he got the job done.
So like we said, yeah, Georgia belongs in. All right, so it's a case for expanding the teams. We know that. We've all been calling for that for a long time. And this, for me, is a shot out. And we understand there's a Notre Dame nation, all right, and they played their schedule, and it wasn't their fault that those teams that they play they play every year were down this year. You understand? Syracuse was better, all right, but besides that, everybody else was down. You know, Stanford.
And our QB got hurt when we played.
Yeah. But Stanford, wasn't any good. USC wasn't any good.
Yeah.
Northwestern, they were in the championship game. I like Pat Fitzgerald, so he does a good job there. But let's not crown Northwestern. They got Michigan at the right time.
Yeah.
So they played their schedule. They did what they could. They're undefeated. They're not going to get snubbed, all right? But my thing is, go fucking join a fucking conference, all right? You're in the ACC and everything else. Go join the ACC in football. Yeah. Then you play Clemson. Then you got something to fucking talk about when it's all when the fucking smoke clears, all right?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just
fucking bullshit.
They just get
let's be real.
They get the coast in without playing the championship game.
On a neutral field, Georgia beats them.
Yeah.
Georgia beats them.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I mean that's my opinion. They're too good not to. Too good not to.
I think Ohio State beats them.
I mean, listen, all Bama players that I heard interviewed after last night's game.
I think Oklahoma beats them.
Yeah.
All the players I heard interviewed after last game on the Bama side talked about this team's the top 4 team in the nation. Talking about Georgia.
But that's fine. They have
No, I know. They're not getting in. I get that. It's the point of the expansion, Wells. I'm tying it.
I'm with you.
Okay, when the best coach in the country comes out and says, yo, that might be the second best team in the country right there, okay? He's telling you this. Well, guess what? College football, wake the hell up. Because we talked about it 5 years ago when we first started this shit. Me and Will, before Uncle Sleeps was with us, we sat here and said, you can still make money off of this by making it a college football playoff. They finally bought in. They finally made a ton of money off of this. We'll expand it to 8.
There's 30 bowls.
Yeah.
Expand it to 8. All you're doing is
they might only go 6. I'll take 6.
I said it when it started. All you do is name these bowls different names. So it's the same thing. Yeah. And they did it. So it's the same thing they expanded to 6 or 8.
But I hear you. Then that's 2 buys, though. You know what I mean? I guess they give you credit for being 1 or 2.
1 or 2 get your buys.
No, I know that. I'm just saying.
So you're still playing. Yeah, you're still playing to be 1 or 2.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So if you even want to go to 6, I mean, I'm okay with 6 but then guess what? With 6, somebody's still left out. 8, you're not leaving nobody out. Because 8, a UCF can sneak in their own 8. You really want the big boys? You know what I'm saying? Well, they can sneak into it now with their quarterback hurt. They're not going to sneak in. You know what I mean? But before he got hurt, they could be an 8 seed. You want the 3? You want to play the 4 seed? You think you know what I mean? Or the 3?
The 1.
Well, no, because then the 1 and 2 get buys and 8.
No, 6 they get
6
buys.
they get a buys. 8.
That's why they might go to
6.
6. They might go to 6 to reward 1 and 2 with getting a buy. But listen, like you said, see, my argument for today of why I think Ohio State jumps Oklahoma is because I think Ohio State's win at Penn State and Ohio State's win over Michigan are better. 2 wins that are better than any win that Oklahoma has, in my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, they went to West Virginia. It's a tough place to play. I'm not crowning Wells for West Virginia, but it's a ranked team on the road, tough environment. You win a football game. Texas stinks. You know what I mean? Texas stinks. I watched them play Kansas last week. They looked horrific. Yeah. Okay, and now why I think Oklahoma's in? That's because they're one of the best players in the nation. That matters.
So does
matters.
Dwayne Haskins for fucking Ohio State's thrown for 15 touchdowns the last 3 weeks.
I get that, but Kyle Murray could be your Heisman guy.
He's going to be a good baseball player.
I understand that, but he's probably 1 or 2 for the Heisman.
He is, and Haskins is right there too.
No, but listen, I mean, Haskins has played well over the last 3 weeks.
No, but he's right there. His numbers are monster.
I understand
that.
He
threw for over 500 yards the last 3 weeks.
Bonkers. Listen,
monster numbers.
I understand it's
against the best defense in the nation, apparently.
You act like I'm arguing the guy isn't good. I'm telling you, Murray's numbers are better. So, I mean, you want to number me? You want to sit here and number my ass? His numbers are better.
Big 12's easier to throw in.
Well, now you won't make excuses
it's not
for numbers.
That's just fact.
I'm telling you what's factual is he's 1 or 2 in your Heisman race, which gets them in.
Maybe 3. He might be 3.
Who? Murray?
Maybe 3 behind Haskins and fucking Tua.
Okay. All right.
They're all going to be in New York.
Yeah. I understand that, but my thing is he's got a better chance of winning than Haskins does.
No, I don't think so.
To the committee.
I think Ohio State has a better chance to win.
Not win the college football playoff, buddy, to win the Heisman.
Congratulations. But they're going to pick the team that has a better chance to win the college football playoff.
You're not understanding why.
I am understanding.
Bro, they've been 4. So now they got to get jumped out of 4 when all they've done was win.
Yeah.
They were 5. Georgia was 4.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but
I think they get jumped, yes.
Okay, I just disagree with you because
they might not.
To me, Kyle Murray is the reason that separates them getting in. because they didn't do nothing. They didn't lose a game. They didn't cough nothing up. They still took care of their business, right? And his numbers are just good as Haskins. And I think he's his bigger sell. If you want to ask me what's a bigger sell for college football, I think Kyle Murray's a bigger sell than Haskins is. I just think people, the names know better. I'm not taking a shot at Haskins. I'm just thinking of how these guys think because they're all about this. Right, they're all about
Ohio
this.
State has a great
I understand that, but Oklahoma doesn't.
Off at the top.
But
I mean,
you know what I mean. Oklahoma's gigantic when it comes to college football.
but not compared to them.
Yeah, Ohio State's bigger.
Yeah.
So you're losing everything you're saying right now. Ohio State's bigger. Ohio State's got a better chance to win, and they both got Heisman.
Why do they got a better chance to win?
Better conference.
Because I think Ohio State's better than. I think Ohio State would beat Oklahoma if they played each other right now.
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think you're really just acting because they play in the conference they play in that they're not any good. Yeah, defensively they're not good enough, but offensively they're going to let you
let me
land.
put it like this to you.
I'm just saying.
If Alabama plays them, Alabama's going to win by 3 touchdowns. They wouldn't beat Ohio State by 3 touchdowns. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
If you think they're beaten by 3 touchdowns, I
Yes.
think they win the game. Yeah, because I think they beat anybody in the country. But they automatically assume it's a blowout. I disagree.
I think it is a blowout.
Okay.
I think the line would be 18.
Listen, you can tell me everything I'm saying is wrong. All I'm making a point and a case for is Oklahoma getting
Everything
in.
you're saying is wrong.
Well, okay, then Oklahoma shouldn't be in the U.
17 to 20.
That's why they're going to get jumped.
And he's got Oklahoma in. I was tying why I think they get in. I'm not taking a shot at Haskins or Ohio State. I'm saying Kyle Murray to me is a bigger sell, name-wise, than Haskins is around the country. That's all. To Joe Schmo watching college football, you probably know Kyle Murray. Not that you don't know Haskins, but to me, Kyle Murray's been more put out there.
Ohio State's got a monster following.
I understand this, but guys, I'm on fucking social media all day, okay? It's what I fucking do. Kyler
Murray's had a great year.
All I see.
But he's also not going to play again next year. He's playing baseball.
You don't let me finish. All I've seen.
You're going to reward him for that?
You're still not listening. All I've seen is Kyle Murray. So
yes, I agree.
College football is promoting this kid, which is all I need to know on why I think they get in. Not that Haskins isn't promoted, but honestly, before you said that, and as much as I'm online, I didn't know his numbers were gaudy like that. I know he's played really well, but
really
like this.
I'm
just saying, like the emoji.
Pull up his numbers,
looks
please.
like.
No,
Bro,
I want to see them.
You want numbers?
I'm not taking
Pull 'em
shots.
up.
I got a buddy.
You guys, everything's a shot.
I'm not a monster
Everything's
fan
a
of him,
shot.
but I got a buddy that despises him, and his argument is, well, it's 5-yard dump offs, and then he lets his athletes play. I said, come on.
First
it's
off,
a little embarrassing.
how
about that throw on the wheel route?
on a run?
How about the wheel route?
Woo.
Right by the guy's fucking ear.
Listen, kick and play.
Took the paint off the dude's helmet. They're eye-popping, brother.
Yeah.
I'm sure both are.
No, Murray's got good numbers, too.
I mean, Murray's got 37 TDs, 7 picks, thrown for over 3,600 yards. Completion percentage is 70%.
Haskins has 42 touchdowns, 7 picks.
Okay. What's his rating?
4,081 yards, 171.7 rating.
Okay, Murray's got a 206.
Okay. 69% completion percentage.
How is that possible?
I don't know if that's
69% completion percentage, 4,000 yards.
How many attempts?
455.
Okay, Murray's thrown
700.
306 attempts,
Wow.
which is surprising, right?
Yeah.
306 attempts. They played 12 games, right? That factor?
Yeah.
Right, 12 games so far?
11-1.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So, to me, he's thrown less. How many yards?
Over 4,000.
Okay, 3,600. So, I mean, right there. And so, I mean, his rating's better.
Listen,
Both numbers are great.
They're amazing.
Those numbers are great. I would like to see how
Their numbers are incredible.
I'd like to see how many yards Murray rushed for because he never gets touched, but he's always running enough. You know what I mean?
Haskins got like 8 rushing TDs as well.
Okay, so they're both right there.
Hold on.
They're both right there.
Wait, rushing.
I just
7 or 8 rushing TDs.
He's got 4 rushing touchdowns, Haskins. Yeah.
Why can't I get any rushing here? It's unbelievable. What a joke. Crumble.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got 42 passing and 4 rushing. He's responsible for 46 TDs. Yeah, he's going to be in New York, and it's the same thing, though. I agree. I know what you're saying. Kyler Murray's been everywhere, but so Haskins, same thing. Yeah. And I think Ohio State's a better team. That's the only reason I think they get jumped. It could go either way. Trust me. Obviously, it could go either way.
They just there's no debate if they just expanded.
This is a separation for me, right? 853 rushing yards. Okay, 11 rushing TDs.
Yeah, I understand.
Kyler
Murray's had a monster year.
No. But you sat here. You dismissed it.
I'm not dismissing
you dismissed
it.
him.
I'm saying that
and you
it's
dismissed Oklahoma.
It's a worse team.
And that's fine. That's what my eyes don't tell me much different. All I'm saying is, let's not act like over the last 2 weeks Texas stinks to me, okay? But West Virginia can play a little football in West Virginia.
Yeah,
all right?
I agree.
And
but
nobody stopped nobody.
Too, yeah.
I understand nobody stopped nobody, but their offense.
No one has stopped them all year, though. No one stopped Oklahoma all year.
That's my point.
I'll tell you that.
So to come in and say, well, Bama beats them by 3 scores, I think Bama wins, but that's really a disrespect to their offense. Their defense ain't going to stop Bama at all.
You don't want to always been swallowing SEC defense.
I love SEC defenses. So Bama wins. There ain't a swallow. But you said 3 touchdowns. I'm not buying into that. I think Kyle Murray and that offense are too good to get roll job. That's all. Did they get beat? Absolutely, because Bama's the best team.
But the problem is Bama's going to score 60 on them. They're going to score 60 on Bama.
You got an Ohio State hard on right now, and I'm not buying into it.
I'm not an Ohio State hard on. I just think
I don't love them.
Ohio State gives Bama the better game, I just think.
Maybe. We're going to find out.
Ohio State had a – listen, their loss is a glaring loss. That's why if they don't jump, it's because their loss is a glaring loss because they lost by 29 points. At Purdue. And Purdue's what, 7-5? Yeah. So, but they had a terrible game, obviously. Turnovers is a terrible game. Now, besides that, they've won bigger games, in my opinion, than Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma's loss isn't as bad because it was a tight game to a team that they eventually beat again yesterday. Yeah. But I don't know. To me, I think Ohio State's a better team. That's all.
That's fine. I don't fucking agree with it because somebody wanted an F-bomb, so I figured I'll drop that. Rich R said, hey, can we get F-bombs?
That's the Beaner.
But is that Beaner?
Yeah, it's Beaner.
Oh, I didn't know. I just saw Rich R. How the fuck do I know?
Richard.
Yeah, what up, Dicker? Yeah, we get some F-bombs. David Roska says, Eagles 44, Redskins 6. I love what you're hitting.
Yeah.
I love you, Dave.
Okay, L.A.
JR says Eagles 31, Redskins 13. Jesus, God. I mean, you guys got a roll job. That's fine.
We only scored 31s all year, but
and
let's get it.
Let's get it. I've been picking 30 every week, but it's just they refuse to listen to me. I might have to be like Redskins 42, Eagles 3, and then they flip. They flip. Yeah, give us some lines, Well, so let's get rocking. But me and Sleeps are in Oklahoma. Not saying we're in the Oklahoma corner. We just don't see them getting jumped. It's not about –
I'm right with you.
And I like it because, listen, if you didn't take Ohio State, we got nothing to argue about. But if you think that Haskins is a bigger sell nationally than Murray because of the double dab –
But I think Ohio State's a bigger sell than Oklahoma.
Yeah. I agree there, but I don't think it's drastic because we're really acting like
it's not drastic, but it's big.
Oklahoma's a big college program. That's all my point is.
Yeah, they are.
They're right there. Like, when you talk about recruits and who wants to go where, they're right there.
They are.
So I don't want to, I'm not, there was a.
Listen, I hate Ohio State, but I'm just telling you, they're fucking huge.
Oh, they're huge.
You know that.
No, if I'm not sitting here.
Ohio State.
Trust me, when I sit here and say that I'm not taking a shot at how gigantic they are. I'm just trying to make the case that Oklahoma's big too. You know what I mean? It's not a small program.
No.
Texas is big. Texas wins, and then it's all off. Makes sense? And then Ohio State's in. But when all you did was take care of business, nobody should be jumping your ass. And when you have a guy that relates to the public and is a special talent like Kyle Murray is.
He's also saying that it's happened before. We just know what kind of horseshoe fucking Herb's.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
We just know, yeah.
Let me have
Houdini sneaks his way in, man. All right, so
I just want to keep saying they don't because I don't want to see him in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, they might not.
I mean, I thought they might have coughed that game up last night. I was begging for it. Before they pulled away. Before the pick, when it was 24-21, you're starting to be like, okay, let's go. Upset these son of a bitches.
That's what they do, though. They fucking Houdini their way out of everything. Same thing with Saban. Fucking Houdini's his way out of fucking everything.
But if you think speed-wise that they go to a neutral field and you think that Oklahoma gets beat by – hold on. You think Oklahoma gets beat by 3 scores, then that's – listen, if Oklahoma's getting beat by 3 scores, then Ohio State's getting beat by 2. Because we've seen them playing neutral spots against SEC teams. We've seen that act.
That makes them better.
We've seen them act.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You had it. You punted. You had it.
You had it. You had it, and you audible like Carson. It was a bad audible.
No, I'm not audible. I'm saying, dude, your point.
You made a point. You made my point for me. They play a better game. Yeah, that was my point.
They don't play a better game because I don't believe
that. You just said that.
I don't believe that Oklahoma gets beat by 3 scores. Okay. But I can see Ohio State getting beat by 2 because I've seen their act on neutral fields against SEC teams. I've seen it in the past. I've seen the speed matchup.
When they snuck in last time, Cardale Jones let them do a title.
if you're wearing Sooner underwear, you're supposed to say if Sooners lose by 3,
I'm
Buckeyes
over
lose
this
by
conversation.
4.
Boomer Sooner over here. Let's go.
Guy's supposed to be on my corner with Oklahoma and always done a shift. Always done a shift to the other guy.
Fuck you, Toby Keith.
Fuck
Fuck you, Toby Keith.
You think you know a guy. Says Oklahoma. I'm like, I love it. We're seeing eye to eye. And then all he's done is go on Wilson's side this entire thing.
I'm trying to
he's
help
done
you.
a shift.
You
He's
punted.
done a shift on me.
You punted it, and it just fucking went that way. I'm trying to help you.
I'm trying to say Oklahoma doesn't punt.
That's true. They don't. That dude's fresh.
No, but it's funny.
That
I did
dude's fresh.
Haskins quietly, which is funny, not quietly put up them numbers, but quietly to me, it was like really going under my radar, which is funny.
Well, yeah, because you were like, oh, no, 42-7.
No, I mean, they're great numbers. I
didn't
didn't think they were bad by any stretch. I just didn't think he had the biggest years he had because nationally, they're not promoting it as much.
No, they're not.
Like, I don't see it as much. I see
Because
Kyle Murray, I see Tua. Right? Kyle Murray, Tua.
It's because the story of Kyler Murray is big because everyone knows Kyler Murray. He already reiterated again last week. He's going to play baseball after this season.
Plus, the last 3 weeks have been absolutely monstrous, and that just throws you in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, plus
Five Bills,
he's had
3 games in a row.
1,500 yards and 15 of those touchdowns in the last 3 weeks against Michigan, Northwestern, and whoever the fuck they played the week before.
Yeah.
But
All right, let's do the NFL whip around.
Yeah.
We could
All right. So Colts at Jags.
Sooners in.
Colts at Jags. Colts -4.
You know what's funny is
Colts.
Give me the Jags at home. I think it's going to be tight.
Is Fournette suspended?
Yes.
All right, give me. I think it's going to be tight.
Leaking oil.
That's
an understatement.
I don't trust that offense at all. Period.
You know who's starting quarterback?
Kessler.
Cody Kess.
Pat it.
Yeah, give me Indy. Give me Indy. It's a tough one, but give me Indy.
All right, Chargers at. Oh, that's tonight's game. We'll go to it. I don't know why they have it listed like this, assholes. Chargers at Steelers, which is tonight. Chargers are at Steelers. Steelers are -3.
I like the Chargers.
Steelers rebound after been a couple bad turnovers last week, but we knew that. We predicted.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are going to rebound as well. I think it's a really good game, though. I think it's high scoring game.
I think the Chargers can cover it.
Panthers at Bucks. Panthers -3. It's a weird line.
Give me the Bucks at home.
Yeah, Panthers are taking in oil.
Give me it's a weird line. Give me the Panthers and Christian McCaffrey. Another big day for fantasy owners.
Mm-hmm.
Ravens at Falcons. Falcons -2 and a hook. Give me double down whatever you're going to bet on the Falcons. Love the Falcons today.
Yeah, Falcons all day.
Love the Falcons today.
Rise up.
Who's is Jackson QB in for?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. On turf.
Yep.
Give me the Ravens.
Okay.
Plus the points.
Yeah, two cupcakes, and all he did was run the ball.
Yeah.
And now it's the narrative is Flacco has played his last game as a Raven.
Yeah.
Nice narrative.
We'll see how that goes tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not saying the kid's not electric, but he's not a quarterback.
Trubisky's out, by the way.
Can he be one? I'm not saying he can't. I don't know.
Browns at Texans. Texans -6. Give me Cleveland. Cleveland's playing good ball.
I love Cleveland in this game. Yep.
Getting six.
You know how Baker is when things are being talked about. You know how he responds. He did his whole college career. You're going to get his best game today, too, after Woody and Stephen A's nonsense they were spewing about him. So I expect
it wasn't really nonsense, though.
When we talk
guy got fired, found another job. I mean, that's how it works in real life, Baker. And you did leave Texas Tech and went to a rival. So, I mean, come on. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Okay.
Pump the brakes. That's all facts. Everything I said, facts.
Okay, but you know it's not facts, genius, because you don't understand. You don't understand that they went on a different narrative. Okay, their argument was about a guy having to pay a fucking mortgage. Okay, the guy getting paid for Cleveland for the next 2 years. He didn't need the money. They made it into him needing the money. Well, Baker needed to leave Texas Tech because there was no scholarship. So you can't use that one and then not look at the reason he had to leave. I'm not saying it's okay or picking sides here. I'm just saying there's a reason why when there's no scholarship available.
Well, did they pull it? I heard they didn't.
I think he said that he didn't have a scholarship. That was from Baker's
Well, no,
mouth.
but he was a walk-on at Texas Tech, so he didn't have a scholarship to begin with. Now, I'm sure if he stayed, they would have gotten him one. So, I mean, listen, that's his take. Is that there was a scholarship?
That's fine. But I like the Browns.
Okay. Bills at Dolphins. Dolphins -3.5.
I like the Fins.
Bills 3.5. They always play each other tough.
I like the Bills too. Just funny.
Trying to give you one.
South Beach,
Bears.
baby.
Bears at Giants.
No Trubisky today. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants plus the 4 at home.
Give me the Bears. The Giants stink.
They do, but I'll take the Giants.
Broncos at Bengals. Broncos -4.
Broncos all day.
It's an easy one. No Dalton.
Yeah, love the Broncos.
Love the Broncos. They've been playing good football.
Bengals are
They're
atrocious.
A sneaky
Atrocious.
stack on
I can't
DFS.
believe that he has Paul Brown fucking sheep.
I love.
He has Paul Brown
love Philip
fucking
Lindsay
sheep
today.
and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no reason that Marv is
Dude,
still employed.
How is he not fired? He better be fired at the end of the season. The dude, that's one of my, I still think it's the craziest stat ever. The dude's been coaching the Bengals since Shaq and Kobe played together and has 0 playoff wins. The same amount of playoff wins that we have. That's how many he's got.
It's one of the biggest.
And by we mean us.
Yes, us three right here.
It's
Not
one
the
of the
birds.
biggest mysteries, along with like UFOs and like the pyramids, how they got built and shit. Like, and
How
it's
is
right there.
Marvin
It's like a close
still in
third.
Cincinnati? It's like area. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
coming. He's
seriously. Area 51. Marvin Lewis is like, what's going on here?
There he comes, trying to catch fucking pyramids. Who the fuck built a pyramid?
It's so true, though. It's one of that and Markelle Fultz's shoulder. I mean, they all go in the unknowns of the world. Yeah, I have no idea how the guys kept it.
It's crazy. Okay, Rams.
Still living off that Ravens Super Bowl.
Rams at Lions. Rams -10. Give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams. Lions are a ship taking on water right now. Patricia might want to take that pencil out.
Give me the points.
Grab a pen and start filling it out because they'll fire you.
I'll take the disgusting
You ask
points.
Marinelli, ask fucking all the guys, Schwartz. Lions will fire you quick.
Yeah.
That might be a quick 1 year for Patricia.
Rams get to lead back today too. And
Yeah,
so taking
seen
out
that.
Golladay, so they got no other weapons.
It's all right. Galladay's gonna have a good day.
Yeah.
I hope so. I had to play him. Fucking my one running back's decided he's kicking women 7 months ago. So, Cardinals Packers. Cardinals at Packers. Packers -13 in the hook.
It's a high line. Give me the Pack.
Give me the Pack. Pack roll today.
Yeah, give me the Pack.
I got Pack and suicide today. Too.
Yeah,
Let's
roll-
go. No one else
roll
had
job.
them.
Roll
Eight
job.
left. 8 people left.
Roll job.
4K to the winner.
McCarthy should be
Let's go.
fucking
Let's go.
sliced. McCarthy's on his way out, but man, I think A-Rod's tired of being fucking average last year.
Chiefs at Raiders. Chiefs -14. Give me the Chiefs.
Yep.
They're going to come out and roll today.
Yeah, the Raiders stink.
Raiders stink, yes.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Look at this next one.
Jets at Titans. Titans -10.
Give me the Jets.
Yeah, Jets will play them tough.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Jets.
I'm out. Tennessee
those.
doesn't get the right to give anybody 10.
Jets play everyone tough.
Yep, and the Titans shouldn't be giving anybody in football 10.
Nobody 10. Vikings at Pats. Pats -5.
Pats, roll job.
Yeah, give me New
I don't
England,
think
man.
roll.
Give me Minnesota. I'll take
Pats
Minnesota.
by 10 at least.
Yeah, I think they step on a throat tonight.
A lot of big lines today. 49ers at Seahawks. Seahawks -10.
No, give me Seattle. with
Seattle is rolling right now.
Give me San Fran.
Seattle's rolling right now.
Everyone plays Seattle tough.
Seattle's rolling, and Richard couldn't help but fucking take one more fucking dig. You're fucking so classless, you motherfucker.
He's going to have 2 picks today.
To fucking pop off.
San Fran wins. 2 picks and San Fran wins. You heard it here first. A lot of guys have Seattle in the suicide.
All right, Rob, you want to fire the questions out? That's all the games, right, Wells?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah.
Oh, Eagles Monday
And
night.
then tomorrow night, obviously, the Birds.
Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles -6.
I'll take the Skins, but
Skins.
I think the Eagles win.
Line tells me something. I'm not sure what it tells me.
That we won't cover. It tells me what I know all year, that I'm going to put money on and they won't cover.
Robbie, fire away. We can go watch some football. Yep, it's been that all year.
Absolutely. Well, with the news over the weekend of President George H.W. Bush's passing, it had me thinking back to the greatest presidents of all time. So, in your opinion, who is the GOAT president?
How about Abe?
Yeah, we'll go Abe. We'll go Abe.
Honest Abe? Baby?
Honest Abe.
Quick one to start.
Give me George Dobb.
You can go George Wash, yeah.
No. I'm sorry, not George Washington. Give me the young. Give me Baby Bush.
Baby Bush, in honor of his dad. I like
Really?
it.
Yeah, I love it. I like
Really?
the style. I like the way he talks.
Guy went with W, huh? Wow.
Couldn't spell cat. You gave
I
me
mean,
C and
I was getting a text.
W's is an interesting take, but that's fine.
I was unaware. It was president politic talk.
Yeah.
I'm taking the younger Bushy.
Take politics out of it.
He could throw
the country.
He could throw a fastball from the mound.
Yeah,
you gotta give that to him.
I like the way he talks.
JFK, I'm surprised.
It's great in Howard and Kumar. He was great in Howard and Kumar.
Yeah, he was.
JFK got
blown away.
Yeah.
So
what else do I have to say?
That's all I was doing. I didn't want to disrespect the JFK. It was just a great song.
Yeah,
oh, it's a big, great classic.
Superb song. By the way, I wanted to mention this earlier, but I love Austin Eckler tonight. If anybody's got Austin Eckler, love an Austin Eckler
Thursday to
play.
Monday flex.
I have
big
Melvin
time.
Gordon, so appreciate it.
I love Melvin Gordon, dude. He's awesome. He's just not playing.
Truth be told. All right, you guys
TBT,
talked about,
truth be told.
the playoff for the NCAA football season, who's going to be in, who's going to be out, but specifically honing in on Oklahoma. By winning the Big 12 title over Texas, rate Oklahoma's playoff case. Do they have a slim shot, in contention, or they're a sure shot lock?
In contention, because nothing's sure.
Yeah, they're in contention for sure. They might be in. Haven't heard it yet. We might find out really soon, actually.
Yeah, but they're in. They're in to me. Good shot. Solid shot.
Does Notre Dame knock them out?
No, Notre
Should
Dame's
they?
already
I think Notre Dame's in, yeah.
Yeah?
No, Notre Dame will be in.
They don't have the balls to keep them out.
Yeah, because they're undefeated. They won't keep Notre Dame out. And all the Golden Domers would cry up such a river. It would be ridiculous. Oh, it would be the greatest. It would be the greatest cry session since the liberals cried when Trump got presidency. It was like I like the crying of the Notre Dame fans if they excluded Notre Dame undefeated. Oh my God, it would be the greatest thing of all time. Seriously, would greatest thing ever.
Yeah, not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen, but it would be the greatest thing ever.
Next one, Robbie.
All right, we'll go on to the fist fight question. Who would win in a fist fight? Last week's winner, Tom Wilson, versus Kareem Hunt. I had to go there.
Tom Wilson moves on.
Give it to Tommy. Uncle Tom's out there. He's got bad intentions. I think he elbowed somebody in the head recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he got back to his good ways.
Or gave him a hip check from behind. Something.
Yeah.
Gave him something.
Fuck Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, give Tom Wilson. Wilson moves on.
I just want to throw this out there for an opportunity for you guys to shit on Hunt for a little bit. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I shat on him way too much the last 24 hours. I'm done with the shit.
I just got an update saying that he I guess in the talk this morning.
6 games you were talking about.
He had a live interview this morning with somebody. I forget who it was. Lisa Salters. That's who it was. Yeah. But he said he apologized. He admitted that he lied to the Chiefs when asked about it. And he will obviously get suspended. I assume probably the 6 games, like you said, and someone will pick him up. I would assume as well. He's 23. He'll get a second chance. He's too good not to. So just see who it is.
Yeah.
Ray Rice is still waiting for that second chance.
Yeah, Ray Rice was older and
he had that hip thing.
It's all about the. If Ray Rice had been 5 years younger, he would have got another one too.
Yeah.
Especially if they stayed married. You know what I mean? Not that there's no justification. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like his was extremely violent.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
there's never degrees of it.
Obviously you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk degrees, okay? But Kareem Hunt's. Like the kick wasn't the kick doesn't even seem like a kick to fucking hurt her. It was like a kick on the ass, like get the fuck out of here.
Well, we just know how the
NFL
NFL is. You know
obviously once you see it, it's a terrible. The more vicious thing was when he threw the dude into her. That was just that was rough.
We know how the NFL is, and that's what they're going to. They're just going to compare the two. Like the owners.
Yeah, absolutely.
The morality of the owners will say, well, wasn't that bad. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah, but what's his name? Like, if you want to talk bad, Joe Mixon decapitated the girl.
Yeah.
And he's playing today. So, I mean, Joe Mixon fucking knocked the girl unconscious at a fucking club. It's on. Everyone's seen it. You can go watch it.
It's like Starbucks.
It was something like that. Yeah.
It's just disgusting, though, man. When you see men lose control of their emotions, you're a real man in this
Listen,
world.
you can't hit a woman. You can't hit a woman.
The way I looked at it was,
and then it was like, well, she punched him in the face. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Then just hold her.
Doesn't
just
matter.
hold her.
Right.
You can't hit a woman.
Exactly.
You
And
can't
if
push a
you're right
woman.
If she's threatening to kill you, he's got a knife to your throat. Well, you got a self-defense, but anything above that, man,
Yeah,
don't
there's like
keep
two.
control of yourself.
There's like two scenarios in the whole world that allows that. Like you said, a weapon or something where you're trying to defend yourself, or like you're defending your family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're walking around Lowe's and Ronda Rousey attacks my wife, I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she gonna fuck me up too.
Yeah,
Like,
she
I'm
gonna-
gonna get in there and protect her. You know what I mean? Like the best I can. You know what I mean? So there's certain, like I said, there's no degrees to it, but there's certain scenarios. Absolutely. But yeah, you walk away because it's really the scary thing is if the people aren't there.
Yeah,
he
what
probably
happens?
kills
Yeah,
her. Probably
yeah. I was
kills
gonna
her,
say,
you know
what
I mean?
happens
Like,
if his boys aren't there holding
yeah,
him back?
yeah.
You know, like I mean, come on.
they didn't do a very good job, but yes, absolutely. At least they were some kind of buffer. You know what I mean? But so it is what it is. I mean, not is what it is. I don't dismiss
Yeah,
it
I
like
don't.
that,
I
you know
don't
what
want
mean?
people
But-
getting all mad, but like the kick. I know. Listen, the big thing is the kick. The
disgusting.
kick is what's
Fucking
getting them. I mean, I don't want to comment on it because the kick was like a
I
kick
just
in the
wanna say-
ass of get the fuck out of here.
Let's get away from this disgraceful
it's-
sports
yeah.
story and move on. We'll choose a more feel-good story. What is the more feel-good story? Jalen Hurts playing hero last night or Gritty swishing a half-court shot?
First
at
off,
a-
Gritty's the man.
in costume. I mean, come
Hell,
on.
wait. Buries the half-court shot after he was talking crap to the Michigan State players before that. Buries the half-court shot and then does a split after he buries it. Gotta love the guy. Gotta love him.
No
Gotta
shit.
love him.
It
But
drilled it.
Jalen Hurts thing was great though to see yesterday. It
So
was.
you go Jalen Hurts? I
just love Gritty, but I'll go Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I'm going,
the
yeah.
story's awesome. It really is. I mean, like I said, we big teammate guys, big character guys, and that just shows you what 2018 isn't about. All right, so that was an anomaly. What he did, not on the field, just by what he did with his actions. Off the field. You know what I mean? Just to
How he
stick it
handled
out.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Stick it out and understand that, hey, listen, this guy's better than me. I don't know if he ever came to that realization, but he is.
But he stuck
But
it out.
stood there
He
and,
stuck it out. He's been a good teammate. He practiced,
Yeah.
and he gets his
Prepared
chance.
himself.
He's prepared. He gets his chance. He comes in and he saves their season.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if they lost, they still would have made the playoffs. But he saved Oklahoma and Ohio State, who they're about to find their fate. They wouldn't even talk about them getting in if Georgia wins that game because Georgia and Bama are in. Yep. And then you just go Notre Dame, Georgia, Bama, Clemson, bang, see ya. It's over.
See ya.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's go to Smash, Marry, Kill. As challenging as last week's was, because all three were hot to review if you weren't tuning in, we were choosing between Abigail Ratchford, Emily Ratajkowski, and Alexa Wren. Now we're going to go on the flip side a little bit. It's going to be equally tough. It's going to depend on – you're going to want to kill all of them, basically. I'm just going to say that.
Jesus.
This week's theme, Intolerable Women of Hollywood. Smash, Marry, Kill. Julia Roberts, Gwyneth Paltrow, or Alyssa Milano.
I love Alyssa Milano.
Oh, my
Smash,
God.
Marry,
That's
Kill.
what I was-
I'm
I'm
marrying
an
Alyssa.
old- I'm an old man, dude. I grew up with
I love
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
I grew up with Charm.
I grew up with Alyssa.
Is there what, Charm?
Poison
Ivy.
Ivy.
I mean, for hotness factor, sure, but she's a little loony, man. Saying
I've
some
never liked
controversial
her.
shit.
She likes
crazy.
baseball, and I love Alyssa Milano, and she likes baseball. We're getting married.
All right, this
Yeah,
is up to you.
I,
It's
hate,
up to
I
me.
hate Gwyneth. I always have.
yeah,
me too.
I don't like
do your
Julia.
thing,
I
it's
think
fine.
Julia is hideous. I don't think she's even attractive, so I'll kill her. Gwyneth, I'll have some fun. We're marrying Alyssa.
Yeah, we'll just little pretty woman poke, kill fucking Gwyneth, and then come on, let's go for a ride. let's see, let's do it. I do.
I do.
Yeah, I'm right with them.
Absolutely.
Who's the boss?
Who's
you
the
are.
boss?
You are.
Alyssa.
That, my friends, is the correct answer. I'm out.
That's great.
Hey, but like I said, we just want to make sure before we get out the door, there's no condoning of it, right? Kareem Hunt is a piece of shit. He's just saying that
Absolutely.
he will get another opportunity.
No, he will
in
get an
this
opportunity
league
because he's young.
It's how
and
pro
he's,
sports
and
is. You know what I mean? In pro sports.
He's young. He's talented. He apologized today. He'll get another opportunity.
We know how it is.
Hopefully
I
he
don't believe in
moves.
it. I think unless that was your opportunity. There are certain things that you don't get a second chance in life, and to me, that is one. So let me emphasize that. But we know how the NFL is. Ray didn't because Ray was 30 on the backside of it, and he was done. All right, that's just the bottom line. All right, somebody's going to pull the trigger.
Look at Reuben
They
Foster.
always do.
Look at Reuben Foster.
They always do.
It already happened this week with Reuben Foster.
They made Doug Williams apologize. All right, but there's a certain part of the population that believes in that shit. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line.
What did Doug Williams say? What did Doug Williams call it? Small potatoes. Jesus
Small
Christ.
potatoes.
Well,
Jesus Christ, Doug.
He tried to make it.
Ready, yo. Oklahoma got 4. Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Oklahoma get the little fist bump. Congratulations, you get to lose by 3 touchdowns.
We'll see. I'll take the 3.
All right.
You give me 21, I'm in.
I'll give you 21.
All right. How
That's
much?
fine.
Right on there. How much?
Your life.
Fuck out of here, dude. Throw money around.
I'm saying life for life.
We're not killing each other.
I'll kill you.
All right.
No, I mean whatever. We'll throw 50 on. I'll give you 20 points. It's a good number, right?
All right, yeah. I'll take the 20.
20?
Yep.
50 spot?
They'll end up beating them by 40 now.
Well, we're gonna run because we got to get going. But
Yeah.
next week we will have an Uncle Sweep's Crumb of the Week. Right? We're gonna start a little segment there.
Yep.
This way, and then the boys can chime in, and they can.
Who do you nominate for this week?
Well, this week, like I said, I'm on my way out the door. I got to take my headset off, and I know it's going to elicit a reaction from him. The two, I'm going to treat it every week like the Heisman, like New York, where there'll be a top 3 guys, and then I'll give you one. All right. So this week, it's Doug Williams, of course, Kareem Hunt, and for me, Baker Mayfield is the winner. You understand? And I'll tell you why. All right. That's punkish material.
Yes.
If you want to be,
Yes.
If you want to be a leader in this league, you shut your mouth. I don't mind the handshake and the cold fish. That's fine, dude. You don't have to associate with them. But the press conference was uncalled for. You don't need to fucking take shots, dude, and that's fine. And I don't care about the guys on unemployment. I don't care about shit about that. Be the better man. Take the high road. You understand? And don't fucking shoot. It's done. He's out the building already. There's no reason for fake talk. There's no reason for we're better now. We got better guys calling plays. Just take the high road, all right? If you want to fucking be the guy in this league. I said we love your moxie. We love your competitive spirit, right? But there's also another side to it. This ain't college, brother. This is professional. Be a pro.
Don't disagree with anything he said before we run.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I have to say about it.
I wind you up.
No.
This
is who he is. This is what gets him going. This is who he's been. To me, I don't like. Was it the right things to say? Right, wrong? I don't know because okay, that's your opinion. You'd rather have your opinion. Whatever. Is that the spot to do it in and throw shade on a guy on his way out? Probably not the right way to go about it, right? But everything this guy does is probably not the conventional way, and it gets him going.
Yeah, I know.
Now, do I agree with it all?
Let me reemphasize. Sorry, I don't want him to be a puppet either. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's got to take the Tom Brady blueprint and be like that. He doesn't have to be like that either. Be you, all right? Be real, all right? But there's a time and a place for it. It's just not a time and a place. You know what I mean? Call the guy up and privately and tell him, I think you're a fugazi. I think you lied to me. I think, I don't believe you brought in Tyrod Taylor. Whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like, you on Hard Knocks, you told me, I beat out Drew Stanton.
Yeah,
Are you fucking high? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I have no problem, but you don't need to air your dirty laundry. It's over with. Everybody knows that Hugh's a terrible, terrible head coach.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I agree with you. I just think it's the way he gets himself going. I think he's always been, a guy who has to do a lot of talking, and it makes him play better. Some guys are like that. I agree with what he's saying. That's just who he is. He said it in the interview. That's just who I am. I speak what's on my mind. I say what's on my mind. Now, you're going to learn how to do that better as you become more of a pro. Yeah, he's going to learn it better. And like he said, you don't want him to be a puppet. Be who you are. Just be smarter in spots. You know what I mean? Now, you went and balled out, since your comments. You played great football. So we'll see if it carries over to this week and they go beat Houston. It's like, bro, just say whatever the fuck you want now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? If I'm John Dorsey, I'm like, dude, whatever you want to say, just say it. You know what I mean? But it matters. Like, I agree with him. Time and a place for shit. Take the higher road and go ball out. Yep. You know what I mean? That's your way of showing everybody, all right? Agree, disagree. Real Talk Studios, thank you, family, for joining us.
Let's go Birds tomorrow night.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get a W. Let's show up in the first fucking quarter. Let's punch somebody in the mouth one time.
Be nice. Thank you, Dr. Paul Vidal.
Thanks for tuning in.
Our doc, make them yours. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Tom Renone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. Family, we out.